this is Samantha here from RecipeThis.com and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I wanted to show you how to take your KFC chicken to the Ninja Foodi to cook Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken. Well, before we dive into this recipe, I just wanted to suggest that you head over to RecipeThis.com. We've got more than 1,200 kitchen gadget recipes, including recipes for the air fryer, instant pot, slow cooker, soup maker, bread maker, microwave, Ninja Foodi, and many others. We also have a free weekly newsletter, which you can find on the homepage of RecipeThis.com, or you can find it on RecipeThis.com/newsletter. And there you can get our best kitchen gadget recipes sent to your inbox every Friday morning. So back to the Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken. This idea came about because we had some leftover ingredients from a KFC fakeaway that we were doing in our other air fryer. And we thought we'd see how well fried chicken cooks in the Ninja Foodi compared to my Philips Air Fryer XL. So if you want to follow this along yourself and do fried chicken in the Ninja Foodi, this is our KFC version, but we've got another version of it over on RecipeThis.com. If you search on Recipe This for Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken, you'll see the full recipe there. So all you really need for doing fried chicken in the Ninja Foodi, so seasoned flour, your egg mixture, and then seasoned breadcrumbs. Your breadcrumbs can be seasoned as much or as little as you want. We've got KFC Spice Blend in them, but you could use any. I absolutely love the chicken rubs that you can buy. Kind of think your dried barbecue chicken rubs that you can buy in big jars from the supermarket. You can add some of those to it instead, and they're absolutely delicious. And then the only other thing you'll need is your whole chicken. Looking at our whole chicken, it's just over 3 kilos, which is the same as 6.6 pounds. So if you think this is enough to feed 4 people, so it's just for me and Dominic. So we're going to be having half of the chicken, and then we can argue over who gets the drum and who gets the thigh. And then nobody ever wants the wing, and then we can argue over the breast. Most of the time, Dominic loves the drumstick, so I'm hoping I get the breast. So Dominic, my husband, is the best person when it comes to cutting up a whole chicken. So I'm going to show you a quick video now of how to chop it up so you can change this whole chicken into a cut up chicken that's ready for the Ninja.
Right then, so with the whole chicken, we start with the wings. And take them both off. Like that. You got 2 wings. And then I like to just cut down next to the legs, through the skin. You can break them bits off, dislocate the shoulders. Then for the breasts, I like to do them next. Find where the middle of the chicken is. Do you know about that? With it being a small chicken, quite fiddly to get to where the bones are. See the size of that breast? It's not very big. But you probably have chickens wherever you are in the world a lot bigger than this one, so you get more meat. Try and get as close to the bones as you can, to the breastbones. You get a lot of strange bits with these chickens in Portugal, which is not very nice. And there's the second breast, a bit bigger that side, but still pretty small for a chicken.
As you can tell, these chickens in Portugal we don't like that much, and we cannot wait to get back to England and get some English chickens.
Now we've got the legs. Here, as you can see, again, very small. And now it just makes harder chopping it into the thigh and the drumstick. So you've got to find out where the knuckle is. Get your knife. Either chop through the bone or you'll go through the knuckle. As you can see, very small drumstick and a very small thigh. Same this side, try and find where your knuckle is. That one was better. Again, really small drumstick and even smaller thigh. So we've got the chicken, the carcass, thigh, drumstick, drumstick, thigh, one breast, two breasts and two wings.
Now we've chopped up our chicken, it is ready for cooking in the Ninja Foodi. For when you cook chicken in the Ninja Foodi, I find half a chicken is the perfect size for what will fit in the Ninja Foodi at the same time. Or if you don't want to cut up a whole chicken yourself, what you can actually do is you can just buy a pack of chicken drumsticks and bread those. It's just as simple. So now I'm going to pass you over to my lovely husband Dominic, and he's going to show you how to perfectly bread it ahead of cooking Ninja Foodi fried chicken. Now Dominic's going to show you how he breads. When you do fried chicken, the principle is the same of the flour, the egg and the breadcrumbs, but what you have the ability to do is to actually change what seasonings you have in your flour and what seasonings you have in your breadcrumbs. We've done a KFC style fried chicken here for you today, but you can do any type. You can grab your favourite rub, you can just do what you want. You could do Cajun if you wanted. You know, just grab your Louisiana Cajun seasoning, throw it in the breadcrumbs, mix it up, and you've got Cajun fried chicken. You could do the same with so many different seasoning types. And then with the flour I recommend salt and pepper and some sort of favourite herb. We've used basil, but tarragon will work well with the chicken. And the point here is that the flour and the breadcrumbs are very basic and boring on their own, so you do need that extra flavour to them to make them taste good. But just as long as you make sure what you put in the flour and what you put in the breadcrumbs is fried seasoning, then you can go with pretty much anything you want. And as you can see, it's sticking to the breadcrumbs very, very well. I remember just after we got our first air fryer, long before we even had a Ninja, the first thing we ever cooked in the air fryer was frozen chicken strips, just to see what the breading worked like in the air fryer. And then we did homemade, and we did the same with fish and chips as well, and we just cannot believe how good it is in the air fryer. So then your wing, that's probably the hardest to bread because it's got a lot of areas to it, unlike a breast or a drumstick, which is much easier. So you probably spend the most time breading your wing. Oh, and if you head over to recipethis.com, we do have a recipe for air fryer breaded chicken wings as well, if you wanted to try that. And then that just leaves the breast. As you can see, we've still got a lot of flour, egg and breadcrumbs left over, and that is because we're doing several recipes today, because we're planning on having a KFC fakeaway tonight, and we're also making ahead some for the weekend too. So it's just a great opportunity to make loads of breaded chicken. And then last of all, you breast in the breadcrumbs, make sure it's well coated, and then cover it, and then It's almost done. And of course, our Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken, head over to recipethis.com. There's a free printable recipe card over there for you to grab so that it'll make it easier for you to follow along this recipe at home. And there you have it. There's Dominic's breaded chicken that's going to make amazing Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken. So now it's time to cook your Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken. This is the chicken that we breaded earlier. And we just have a slight problem. We just realised that we're not at home at the moment and we haven't got our regular Ninja Foodi trivet. So what we're using instead is we're using the dehydrator accessory that we got for the Ninja Foodi. So that gives it a similar height to what the normal trivet does, and it'll be perfect for this. So then load up your chicken into your Ninja Foodi. Like I said, we're doing half a chicken. But you can, of course, just do drums, just do wings, or whatever you like. The recipe we've got on recipethis.com that you can follow if you search Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken is just using drumsticks. So it's totally up to you what you do, but just remember that a drumstick versus the lion's breast are going to have different cook times, so you just need to check on it and make sure everything is fully cooked and that the chicken's safe to eat. So once you've done that, place the lid down on your Ninja Foodi, and then you want to set the temperature to 180 Celsius, and that's on the air crisp lid button. And then you want to set the cook time to 10 minutes, because then you can turn your chicken over and then continue the cooking time, and then press start. So we've beeped and the Ninja Foodi Fried Chicken is already done 10 minutes. So now it's time to turn it over. So let's turn it, shall we? The side is looking fabulous. The problem you do have though when you're cooking fried chicken on these trivets is it does stick to the basket. And no matter how many times I've sprayed or greased it, it still happens. So you just kind of got to accept that some of it actually comes off, like you can see there with that breast, but the rest of it looks fabulous. And when you're eating it from the top. So I think quite often when you see these videos, most people don't actually mention that it's stuck. They'll clean up the Ninja Foodi and then it'll look perfect again. But this is real life of what it really looks like when you do it in the Ninja or in air fryers in general. So now, same again, you want to be setting the temperature to 180 Celsius. That's 360 Fahrenheit. And then I was going to do the cook time till 10 minutes, but I want to check on it because some of it's already doing rather well. So now set it for another 6 minutes and then we can check on it and see how much longer it needs. And then press start. And we've beeped. So right now we've done a total of 16 minutes on our fried chicken. And this is what it looks like so far. We've just also done a thermometer test and it's not quite hot enough yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add an extra 4 minutes, which is what we originally recommended that you do on Recipe This. But quite often we'll check it a little bit earlier because sometimes it cooks too soon. And as I often say when it comes to air frying, you can add time but you can't take it away. So lid back down again, and then you're looking for the air fry crisp. 4 minutes on 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And then we can do a final thermometer test, which you do on the breast because that's the biggest piece of chicken in there. And then hopefully by then it'll be done. And then press start. And we've beeped. So now the lovely Dominic's going to take an internal temperature on this chicken and we'll find out whether it's cooked or not. So I put the thermometer in the thickest part of the chicken to test it. And we're good. So that's fantastic that the chicken is now done. And I always recommend doing an internal temperature on chicken, especially when it's different sizes like what we're doing now. So now let's grab a tea towel or whatever you've got so that you can get it out. Actually, this might do me better. I do not want to burn my hand again. So lift it out like that. And then as you can see, there's your chicken. And I love using trivets like this and similar gadgets where it's got some handles so you can just lift it out with the handles and it's just absolutely perfect. Another opportunity would be to use something like this, but whatever you've got really that's not going to burn you and that you can easily get it out. So that's how the chicken actually looks now, and like I said, it's perfectly cooked. And then if you look at it on the other side, this is the front of it, you just got perfectly cooked chicken. And from that angle you can't even tell that the chicken actually stuck to the trivet. But wow, that just looks amazing, and I just can't wait for it to cool down so that I can try it. Wow, it's cool enough, and wow, doesn't this chicken drummer look amazing? Oh wow, this is absolutely delicious. And chicken's so moist underneath as well. You've got the lovely breading. And even though we've done a KFC version, you can add whatever ingredients you want to the breading to make it your own, and then just follow our time and temp and our general principles in this recipe. And let's tuck in, shall we? Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Recipe This family. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest. We also have a weekly newsletter at recipethis.com/newsletter where we share with you our latest kitchen gadget recipes, what we're cooking in the Milner kitchen, and so much more. As well as this, we recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then whenever we have a new video, you will be the first to know. And if you want to know about all our future videos, then I recommend you hit the bell for instant notifications. But even better, we now have a podcast. It's called Magic with Gadgets. Simply search Magic with Gadgets on your favourite podcast player and you'll find us there.